There it is. 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 I got to get rid of that feedback. There we go. There it is. There it is. Check it out. Woke up this morning. Feeling great this morning. Went downstairs, grabbed my big glass of water, opened up my Morning 5 planner, and of course, as is always the case, open up the Morning 5 planner, and at the top of the planner, there's a quote submitted by an actual member of our Rise and Grind community. If you are new around here, this is the Rise and Grind community. We're a bunch of crazy people that wake up early and then pour motivation, education, inspiration into our minds so we can take on the day. So the quote for today was submitted by Robin Price. And it says, better late than never. Better late than never. And I tend to agree with this quote for the most part. Better to show up late than to not show up at all. It's better to do the thing than to not do the thing at all. Even if you're going to be late, even if it's a different timeline than you originally anticipated or expected, I agree. Better late than never. But I think there's another quote that needs to go along with it, and that quote is, better now than later. It's better late than never, agreed, but it's better now than later. Like, let's not put off the things we know we need to do. Let's not use better late than never as an excuse, like, well, should have done it 2 weeks ago, but better late than never, and have that become a habit in our lives. So let's put the other side to that. Better late than never, yes. Agreed. I agree, Robin J. Price. But it's better now than later. You know you got to do the thing. Let's freaking do it. As a matter of fact, we got a show to do. Let's go. Good morning and welcome to the #1 morning show in America. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. Husband to 1, father to 9, author, speaker, and the founder of 800%.life. It's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? That's right, we're getting loud today. Dude, today is Monday. Today's a double day. That's why I'm so loud today. That's why I got so much energy today. Today is Monday, June 1st, 2026. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Monday, June 1st, 2026. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. People are pouring in here this morning. I'm loving it. Let's go. Amazing. Let's go. Dude, I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where we are headed into a beautiful week weather-wise. We actually had a beautiful week weather-wise this weekend. It's going to continue this week. We've got a beautiful, beautiful week here in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm talking like in the mornings, we're in the 50s, and then in the evenings, we're in the high 70s, early 80s. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's exactly what we moved here for. Now, today, being June 1st, 2026, you know that today is a double bonus day, right? Double bonus. That's right. You know how when you were a kid, you'd be like, double dog scare you, or double dog dare you, or like in a game, you'd be on a game show, you'd be like on Price is Right or something. They'd be like, today, this is a double bonus day. You're like, oh, double bonus. What does that even mean? A double bonus. Well, today is a double bonus day because today is Monday, first day of the week, and today is June 1st, first day of a new month. Double bonus day. Double bonus day. And it happens like 12 times a year. What's cool, what I love is in our planner. If you don't have a Morning 5 planner yet, I really don't know what you're doing with your life. You should probably get one. But in our planner, which I use the paper when I'm at home, but I'll show you the digital one because this is what I use to write my my shows on every day. But what I like is 12 times a year, you'll open up your planner, right? This is the digital version, which now you get digital version with the paper version, by the way. But when you open it up, 12 times a year, you've got the full month, the full blank month, which I love, right? I love it every time. I'm like, ooh, one more month completed. New month here filled with potential, right? And right here at the top, every year when I write these planners, right here at the top, I'll write out a summary of like what we should be thinking about going into the new month. And then every month in the planner, we have a book recommendation. So, which I kind of made a little tiny bit of an error for those of you that are following along in the planner and following the book recommendations. My apologies, because last month's book recommendation is a 40-day draw the circle prayer challenge. And so you can't read the book in less than 40 days. And so we got a 10-day overlap here. My bad. I didn't think about that. Probably shouldn't recommend a 40-day book when you're doing a book every 30 days. You feel me? What's up, Gene Hughes? Thanks for being here. Michelle Gravely's in the building. Wendy Reeves is in the building. Mr. Mike Larkin, thanks for being here. Marilyn Wilkin, thanks for being here. Rodney Rock Hatfield in the building. So anyways, right here at the top of the new month, right here at the top of the new month, it says, and I quote, this is Glenn quoting himself. Is it a quote? Do you have to say, and I quote, if you're quoting yourself? Think about that for a second. Summer is here. Time to turn up your energy and shine. You, Y-O-U, set the tone for every room you walk into. You realize that? You set the tone for every room that you walk into. Bring the light. Bring the heat. Bring the joy. When you raise your energy, you raise the vibration of everything around you. That's the intentionality and the tone I want you to bring into this double bonus Monday, all right? Like, I want you thinking about this every day this month in June. You're like, it is summer. I am the light. I shift the atmosphere in every room that I walk into. So I'm bringing it this year. I'm going to bring the heat. I'm going to bring the joy. I'm going to bring the light. Let's go. You have that capacity. You have that ability. And now that I've put it on you, you have the responsibility as well. We know you have capacity, but now it's time. And when I say now, I mean, better late than never, yes, but better now than later. Better now than later. All right, let me get back to the show. Where did I write that? There we go. Here we go. All right, check it out. So coming off of an exciting weekend, we had a great weekend at the Lundy house. I hope you had an amazing weekend as well. We did go see the Mandalorian and Grogu. I took the kids to see that last night. So me plus 9. It was me plus 9 last night. I had Joel with me. I had Willow with me. I had Willow's friend Mariana with us. I had Meredith with me. I had her friend Morgan with me. I had Fisher with me. I had his friend Jackson with me. I had Oakland with me. I had Caroline with me. The only one I didn't have with me is Hutch Rader, who's 1 year old and not quite ready for the movies, and Savannah Rain Lundy, who is now 16 and has a boyfriend and went to a movie with him instead of going to a movie with Dad. Just so you know. But other than that, it was a great weekend, which, by the way, I am realizing more and more, like, how many kids I actually have. It's a lot. I know that sounds silly. You're probably like, what are you talking about? Of course you know how many kids. Like, you don't realize you got 9 kids until, like, it starts to hit that you got 9 kids. You know what I'm saying? No, you probably don't know what I'm saying. But it's interesting. But I find it fun. I don't want to say funny. There are a lot of things that I choose to do in my life with 9 kids, and there are other things that other people around me would never do with 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids. And I hear it often. They're like, man, this is, I can't do this because I've got 2 kids, or I can't do this because I've got 5 kids or whatever. And it's like, my sympathy level has gone to 0. And that's not very loving or kind or Jesus of me. But I'm just saying, bro, I'm tired of the excuses. I got 9 babies. And I find a way to be in the gym every day this year. I got 9 babies. And I figure out how to get my butt up early and write down my gratitude and goals. I got 9 babies. And I figure out how to invest the time to take their little butts to the movie and go see The Mandalorian. So I don't want to hear anybody's excuses. It is June 1st and excuses are officially out the window. Does that sound fair? We also had an amazing time at church. I know I just pissed some people off, dude. Like went crickets in here. It just got quiet in the chat, dude. Everybody's like, shit. My bad if that would hurt your feelings. Just know that I love you. I really, really do. Great church service this weekend as well. Our pastor, we've got a new pastor, Scott Nickel, and this dude is like, he is on fire right now. He is bringing the heat, bringing the light. He is the shine. Here's a quick little clip from yesterday.
Twice. Years ago when my family and I, we moved back to Kentucky. We bought this really old house, started doing these renovations, and when they knocked over a wall, inside of one of the walls, they found a mummified cat. It was dead. This dead cat, mummified, which begged so many questions, and I've shown you guys pictures of that before. And then a couple of years ago, told that story again, and I also talked about how my son Silas had found we're crawling with barn cats at my place. We'd found one of the barn cats dead in a stall, and I put those pictures up there, and I just didn't think a thing about it. But for about 5 people, they were greatly offended at the sight of the reality. I don't know if y'all knew, I knew this. The death rate for cats is 100%. Did you know that? It is. And about 5 people were so offended, they actually drove to the church and wanted to physically confront me because they couldn't deal with seeing a dead cat. Now, here's why this rocked my world, because just a couple weeks prior, in a sermon, we had put a picture on stage, on the screens, that won a Pulitzer Prize in 1993. So of a famine in Sudan, and in the foreground, there is a dying, starving child, and in the background, there's a vulture. Guess how many people drove to the church to confront me about that one? 0. And I'm just saying, what's happening in a human heart that gets all up in arms about shivering puppies, but doesn't get all up in arms over that, does not align with Jesus. And so the question...
Come on, Scott. Scott was bringing it, bro. He was throwing jabs yesterday. Pop, 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 pop. You want to complain about this, but you ain't complaining about that? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's the energy I want to bring into June. So it's a great church service. Mandalorian with the kids was super, super, super fun. And then I did a full HYROX simulation on Saturday. All right, full HYROX simulation. If you don't know what HYROX is, for those of you that are listening to the podcast, I'm going to show a quick little video that shows what HYROX is. But basically, HYROX is alternating running with an intense exercise. Running, intense exercise. Running, intense exercise. You run 0.62 miles, then you do burpee broad jumps, and then you run 0.62 miles, and then you row for 1,000 meters, and then you do 0.62 miles, etc., etc. So I'm going to show you a quick little clip, but I did a full HYROX sim because I'm doing the actual competition this coming Saturday in New York City. So I've been training since January 1st, and the last couple Saturdays they've had me do a full simulation of the event, which I did this past Saturday. But let me show you what that looks like.
I'm not gonna lie, 다들 하지 뻔한 이야기, her brain fried. My lady poppin' Zenny, other lady popping Molly, why she waiting on me? 여기 my area, 여기 my area. Keep on heading if you want, I drive it like you know. I don't wanna hear you, 죽었잖아 이제 넌 like I'm Bango, cutting my hair. I just keep going though, 소신껏 날 믿고 I fly non-stop, Kelly에서 뉴욕 구름 위로 hop on, drive out and riding birds, honeyberry counting doves. I do what I wanna do, 그게 나의 무늬원. 너넨 꿈꾸지 말만 많지, just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Get to know me and I 내 flow가 짧은 눈이 분위기는 chill. Fendi snakes on my belt, yeah I'm feeling first class. Yo, don't cash flow. Ooh, pop it on my glass. Ooh, pop that pass. Ooh, smoke that gas. Cash pay, blackjack, monkeys on my pig.
So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's a little crazy. It's a little intense. I've never done one before. This is my very first one. However, I will say I did the simulation this past Saturday in 1 hour and 31 minutes. 1 hour and 31 minutes to complete. I was able to do all of the exercises. I feel like, cross my fingers, arms, whatever, lay on my training, but I feel like I am ready. I am ready. I feel like I am ready. I'm really excited about it. So 1 hour and 31 minutes was my time. My goal is to be under 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's been my goal from day one, under 90 minutes. So we're looking close. So that happened this weekend as well. I also brought sugar cereal back into my house for my kids. For the last 30 days, I took all sugar out of my house just to see what kind of impact and effect that would have. My goal was to lose a few pounds in time for competition, which I did not lose any. I actually gained a couple pounds, even though I haven't had any sugar in over 30 days, and I've been eating lean, and I've been doing the protein, I've been doing all the things, but that's okay. But, you know, there are other pieces to health that matter as well. The sugary stuff, and I know this triggers a lot of people. The sugary stuff, you're like, oh, you're not supposed to have sugar. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that, But I think happiness is a factor of health as well. And my kids were freaking smiling ear to ear when Daddy brought some freaking cereal home. So that's what I did this weekend. Our horse is doing great. Went and checked on 800%. He's doing amazing. Got some mowing in. I've got 10 acres, so we made sure that we did the mowing this weekend, which was super nice. We did find someone that's going to stain our deck. My wife started to stain the deck, and then she's like, she's not doing that. And I share all that with you to get you caught up, because now that amazing weekend is behind us, dude, it's time to get locked in. It is time for you and I to get locked in. Dude, I'm telling you, over just the next few weeks, I'm hitting Minnesota, I'm hitting New York City, I'm hitting Boca Raton, Florida, I'm hitting Kalamazoo, Michigan, I'm hitting Colorado. I'm hitting them all, bro. I am hitting them all. Those are just the ones I know of. Let's go. We'll stack up some more. It's time. Full speed ahead. How about you in June? Are you gaining momentum? Are you ready? Have you been picking up momentum as the years progressed, or are you slowing down? Which one is it? Which one is it? Because listen, dude, and what I'm about to say is going to piss some of y'all off. I know it is, but dude, are you speeding up and gaining momentum, or are you slowing down? Because it's time to start thinking about Christmas. That's right. I said it. It's time to start thinking about Christmas. And I'm going to tell you what I mean here in just a second. But first, before I do, you know what we got to do on this show? You know we got to do some dancing. Let's go. We got to get our bodies in motion. Come on. For those of you that know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. Come on, music, kick in. Like, I need the full kick in. Come on. Here it goes. There's the build up. Let's go. There it is. Let's go. Let's get our bodies in motion. For those of you that know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you. I'm going to say good morning to you, and I need you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching this show live or you're watching on replay, say what's up, and I will say what's up back to you. Ben St. Hours, good morning. Can't wait to see you in New York. My man, thank you for being here. Trisha Rue is in the building. Sugar is back. Let's go. Not for me yet, but for some of my kids anyway. Marilyn Wilkin is in the building. Let's go. Mike Larkin is in the building. Good morning, Mike Larkin. Thank you for being here. Let's go. Tosh Queen is in the building. Tony Schmidt, what's up? Kalamazoo is a real place. Yes, Tony. I will be traveling there here in the month of June. It sure is a real place. Mike Rendine is in the building. Mike Larkin is on Rocket Fuel. Wendy Reeves is in the building. Kurt McFarland, what's up, Kurt? Thanks for being here, buddy. It's time. We've got Bella Rigby in the building. Thanks for being here, Bella Rigby. I appreciate it. Jeremy Nolling, what's up, Jeremy Nolling? Thanks for being here. Oswald Joseph, Vienna May, thank you for being here. Bill Harrison is in the building. Scott Holbert's in the building. Spencer Nicholson in the building. Scott Simons in the building. Nathaniel Banks is up in here. Soul Salcedo, what's up, Soul? I hope we can connect while I am in New York City. Scott Holbert is in the building. Gene Hughes is in the building. Those of you that are watching on replay, my friend Heather Parody, my mama, what up? Thanks for being here. Robert Migliaccio, Larry Molinix, let's go. Kathy Camacho in the building. Anthony Alagona is up in here this morning. What's up, Anthony? Thanks for being here. Robin Price, we just read your quote in the planner this morning. Judith Coletti is in the building. Thank you for being here, Judith Coletti. Valerie Stone, what up, Valerie? Thanks for being here. All of you that are watching. Judy Tebow, I know she be watching on replay, and Stan Tebow, they be watching on replay. Those of you that are over on Clubhouse listening in, thank you so much. Those of you that are listening on the podcast, thank you so much. Ramon Ray, what up, Ramon? Thanks for being in the building. He says, thank you for your consistency. I appreciate you. And as a matter of fact, Ramon, I was going to give you a call a little bit later because tomorrow morning I will be on a plane at 5:15 a.m. And I was hoping my boy Ramon could come in here and bring the June energy and light everybody up tomorrow morning. So if you are available 5:30 tomorrow morning, Ramon, I would love for you to be the host of hashtag Rise and Grind while I am jet setting. Pastor Jeff Moffitt is in the building. What's up, Pastor Jeff? Great to see you. Rich Pintrick is up in here. Lisa Bourne is up in here. Angela Hastings, the Harley Davidson Queen, is up in the building as well. Thanks for being here, Angela. I greatly appreciate you. All right, Ramon said yes, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be here tomorrow bringing the energy. It's going to be amazing. All right, check it out. 214 days until 2027. 208 days until Christmas. Now listen, I know it's summertime. Summertime. I know it's summertime. But here's the thing. There is something profound that I have learned by studying incredibly successful people, by reading books, by being in certain rooms, by having certain conversations. What I have learned is really important. I have learned that the people that reach super high levels of success and happiness in their lives, we need both. People that reach certain high levels of success and happiness in their lives, they lay traps today so that they can catch the wins in the future. Here's what I mean by that. Think about like the time travel movies, right? You got the time travel movies. Think about Back to the Future. I think we've all seen Back to the Future. In Back to the Future, Biff, my boy Biff, goes back in time. He takes the sports almanac. He steals the sports almanac from Marty McFly. This was actually Marty McFly's idea. So Marty McFly puts the sports almanac in the DeLorean. Biff steals it out of the DeLorean, goes back in time, and he gives the almanac to the younger version of himself. Fast forward, younger version of self now uses the almanac and ultimately puts today version or future version of Biff into a place of wealth and success. You've seen it in pretty much every time traveling movie there is. So I want you to think about it this way. Let's get out of movie land. Let's go into real world land. All of the successful people that you know, what's up, Russell Tabone? People that have reached high levels of success that you know, you'll probably hear them talk about at some point along the way some sort of investment in real estate, owning some sort of property that goes up in value, some sort of asset. Am I right? Well, if you think about it, real estate is laying a trap today so that you can catch a win later. You don't win on real estate the day you buy it. You don't win on real estate a week later. You don't win on real estate a month later. You win on real estate way down the road. But you set the trap today so you can get the win in the future. Same thing can be said about fitness. When it comes to fitness, we set the trap today so we can get the wins in the future. Working out today, you don't see the result today. You see the result down the road. Same can be said about faith and religion. When you look at that, we are setting the trap today for a win in the future, living our lives in a certain way today that ultimately we have the opportunity and the blessing to spend eternity in heaven tomorrow. So when you look at all of these sequences of events in all these different areas, if you think about it, it's all about effort today for a reward tomorrow. Right? So my question for you on this double bonus Monday, June 1st is, what traps are you going to set today to make sure that you and your family have an amazing Christmas this year? Because if you think about it, with 200 and something days left, with 214 days left, or 208 days till Christmas, you could set just about any trap that you wanted to set if you do it today, right? If you do it now. Like Robin told us in the quote, better late than never, but I added on to that today and I said better now than later. So we're right in that like timeline where you can set traps today for what kind of Christmas you want to have this year. Maybe for Christmas this year, the gift that you want to give yourself is that you want to weigh 20 to 30 pounds less. Well, guess what? You can easily do that over the next 208 days. You want to weigh 20 to 30 pounds less over the next 7 months? Over the next 208 days, 20 to 30 pounds? What's that? 3 pounds a month? 3 to 4 pounds a month? 3 to 4 pounds a month that you could lose. You could lose 3 to 4 pounds a month between now and Christmas and give yourself a gift of weighing 20 to 30 pounds less by simply changing up maybe the first thing that you eat every day. It wouldn't take anything drastic. The deposit that you would have to make, the investment that you would have to make would not be much. 2 to 3 pounds a month? But think about what that would mean for you. How would you feel going into the holiday weighing 20 to 30 pounds less? Maybe that's what it is for you. Maybe it's financially. Maybe you need to put away 10% of everything that you earn between now and Christmas, 208 days from now, so that you're in a position where there's not the financial stress that a lot of people experience around the holidays. Maybe it's like right now, I'm just going to take 10% of everything that I do, and I'm going to put that away. I'm going to set it to the side so that 208 days from now, I don't feel the stress and weight of Christmas. Or maybe it's you need to earn 10% more. Maybe instead of trying to save your way to a profit, maybe we need to earn 10% more. Maybe our business needs to earn 10% more. Maybe we need to add a little side job that helps us pick up another 10%. Whatever it is, over the next 208 days, you've got all the time in the world to make little tiny, like plant little tiny traps today. This is not a big deal, 10%. I mean, if you're making $1,000, let's make it 1,100. If you're making $10,000, let's make it 11,000. If you're making $100,000, how can you make 110? If you're making $1 million, how do you make $1,000,001? You got 208 days to figure it out. It's plenty of time. What about maybe it's relationally? Maybe there's a relationship that you need to fix. There's a struggling relationship. What if you put a tiny little bit of effort towards fixing that relationship, a tiny little bit of effort towards forgiveness, or at least start sparking conversations? Maybe the Christmas, your Christmas dinner could look a little bit different. Maybe your mom or dad could actually be at the table when they haven't been in a long time. Maybe your son or daughter could be at the table when they haven't been in a long time. Maybe your sister or brother could be at the table when they haven't been at a long time. Maybe your spouse, or the person you love, could be at the table when they haven't been in a long time. Or maybe the biggest gift that you want to give yourself this year is you want to learn AI. Maybe you want to learn all the things about AI. Well, just imagine if you start today, little tiny bit of effort and energy, dude, you could give yourself an incredible gift. The gift of the wisdom and knowledge of the emerging technology that is going to transform and create multiple billionaires / trillionaires around this planet. Maybe you take the next 208 days and invest in that. Maybe it's you need to publish that book as a gift to yourself. Maybe you need to launch that social media page that you've been saying you're going to launch. Maybe that's the gift for yourself. Maybe you need to buy that new house. Maybe that's the gift to yourself. Or actually, if you think about it, in 208 days, that's enough time for you to build that new house. You don't even got to go buy somebody else's old house. You can build a new one. That's how much time 208 days is. But listen, here's what's crazy. Remember, if you do that thing, whatever that thing is that you're thinking about right now, if you do that thing and you do it by Christmas of 2026, guess what happens? You're going to carry that momentum, that 30 pounds that you lost, that extra money that you saved, that habit that you built of generating more profit, that relationship that you've now mended, that new skill that you learned of AI, that book that you wrote, that social media page that you launched, that house that you built. You're going to take all of that into 2027. All of that goes with you into the new year. All of that momentum carries over. Every trap you lay today not only sets you up for Christmas, but it's a double freaking bonus and sets you up for 2027 as well. So what's it going to be, my friend? What's it going to be? You going to do it now, or you going to do it later? Because it's better late than never, but it's better now than later. And my name's Glenn, and I'm your friend, and I absolutely stinking love you. I do. I love you so much. As my brothers and sisters in Christ, I love you. Children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And here's what's crazy is God made you and I to be the absolute best versions of ourselves we could possibly be. Not average versions, not a little bit below or not a little bit above. And then he gave us, hopefully, God willing, 208 days between now and Christmas, 214 days between now and the end of the year, and gave us the ability and the opportunity to lay some traps today that are going to give us some wins in the future. So listen, I'm cheering for you, friend. I really am. I'm cheering for you. I am super stoked to run into June 2026 with you, and I'm wishing you the best. Is that fair? Is that fair? Draw a line in the sand, man. Say now's the time. I'm done being numb to that which makes me weak. Yeah, I'm going to end on that. Hey, I'll be back Wednesday morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again. Tomorrow, my guy Ramon Ray is going to jump in here, and he's going to light things up. So make sure you jump in here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. right here on #RiseAndGrind. Have an incredible day. See ya. Peace.
Yo, check the blueprint. It ain't about the Yo, check the blueprint. It ain't about the mountain, it's about the steady hand. Foundation is king, solid. Mind stay focused, every single day is a test. Clocking in the labor, while the others wanna rest. One step, one motion, put the weight on the frame. Structure of a titan, yeah, I'm building the name. It's the ritual, the visual, the logic is sound. Steady rising up from the cracks in the ground. Keep it consistent, yeah, the rhythm is tight. Locking it in, working deep in the night.
Twice.
Deep in the night.
Years ago, when my family and I we moved back to Kentucky. We bought this really old house. Started doing these renovations, and when they
I'm not gonna lie.
No shortcuts taken, leave the ego at the door. Every single movement is a move to the core. Level up the cipher, see the wall getting tall. One precise action, never watching it fall. Hard-headed, cemented, yeah, the path is clear. Discipline is currency, the vision is near. When the pressure hits high, keep the focus online. One block at a time, yeah, the glory is mine. Brick, brick,